When we understood the project as a definition, we said it is a temporary endeavor. That means it is a defined time frame within which we have to accomplish the project. And that is why we have to understand what is the project life cycle. So every project we will notice that there are four major phases. First is initiation. Initiation means the starting point where we are first of all very clear what is the objective or the single most objective and the sub objectives that we have to achieve through this project, and what are the requirements standards that we have to follow during this development process or the building of this project. So everything, just like suppose you are building one tower building, so we need to have some architectural design ready, so that is the initiation part. So something like that. So everything we have clear at this phase, that is what exactly we are going to perform throughout the project life cycle. Once that is clear, one can sit for the planning. Planning means organizing and preparing. So before we start work, just like you are suppose you are in kitchen and you're preparing some menu, so you have to plan what are the things all are there available in the kitchen, then we can move ahead. Same way we have to plan, you have to organize all things, maybe the manpower required, their skill set required, the software requires, maybe hardware sometime, and maybe in other projects different types of materials, different types of documentations, everything we have to plan. So the planning stage, whatever extra efforts we'll put will ensure our execution will be smooth and we will successfully deliver the project very smoothly. So planning is very crucial stage for the managers. They have to put maximum efforts in planning and ensure that the project execution will be very clean. So next stage is execution, where you actually start working, your team start working, developing the modules, or even in case of any other project, maybe small products, they start building blocks, we can say, and then it go on shaping up the actual what we are looking for. So execution is a long process, maybe depending on the type of project, maybe taking few months, maybe years. So during that, the manager role is very crucial, because he has supposed to track the entire operation. You have to ensure that all resources are properly managed and they are smoothly available, and the project is moving as per the time frame with the landmarks we are achieving in the given sequence, and even the manpower is smoothly available, and if there is a discrepancy, we immediately take a corrective action so that the project will not get stuck up. So that is what is the execution part. Once our things are developed already and now being tested, because everything we require final approval or test by respective authorities. Once that is being clear, then we'll go for handing over or the closure procedure. Maybe suppose there is a software, the application you develop, you have to hand over to the client, or we can roll out the complete project and then we get the users involved into that, and finally take the feedback, and then we go for the closure, and then we can have further contract for maintenance, but that is not the part of the project. Maintenance is out of the project life cycle. So closure means, so far this project, what contract we have gone into is met, and we are going to close this as a project. So contractual factors all are verified, and then mutually we are going to close the project and hand it over to the client. Maybe suppose it is a breach, so it is handed over to the public for use. So something like that. So it is a complete project cycle. If you look at a software specific project cycle, and even it is applicable in other projects also, the monitoring and control process is execution process along with monitoring control process. Here it is in one phase only, it is incorporated, but we distinctly we can say we have monitoring and controlling process which is following the execution process, because that is very important to ensure that execution is very smooth, right? So this is what is called project life cycle. What are the basic elements in the project life cycle that as a manager you should look for? First is what work must be accomplished. So every project we are going to understand after planning. During planning we have made some Gantt charts or maybe some work breakdown structure, all those things we are going to match with the execution part, whether they are followed, whether they are meeting as per the requirements, and that we have to accomplish, we are accomplishing the required landmarks, and we are moving in the proper direction with the given time frame. That all accomplishment we have to verify. Then as you go on developing the things, whether the deliverables are met, whether they are met as per the requirement, we have to review it as per the quality. If they are meeting all specifications, we have to review, because after completion, if you are noticing some drawbacks or some shortcomings, it will be a very costly affair. So we have to ensure after every deliverable stage, we have to verify they are to the requirement, meeting to the requirements. Then we should be very sure who must be involved, what is the team which is responsible for respective module, or testing module, or developers, testers, and the quality check. Those respective people who must be involved should be very much in picture, very clear. These are the elements which are elements at the respective execution stage, development stage, testing stage, who must be involved and who are responsible for. And how to control and approve each phase. So after every development of modules or the blocks, we have to ensure whether they are meeting, as we already said, we need to review, we have to approve, and then it move on to the next phase, right? So these are some elements of project life cycle.